All right. Welcome each and everybody in this webinar room. And I'm very excited because each day of my webinar series has been very, very nice because there have been so many attendees for the same. And I, from Education Street, and the entire team is very happy with the way things turn up. So hopefully things were useful for you, and I can make that out because there have been a lot of people who have been attending a lot of different topics. So thank you so much for your love and affection, guys. And rolling out for today's session, which is on automobile. So before I start, and as there are new joinees in the webinar, I would like to introduce myself, being today's host. So I'm an IT engineer myself. Ankita is my name. I post that I worked with Tech Mahindra as a software engineer. Then I gave my GMAT and I went to University of Leeds to pursue my MBA. I did MBA with finance as my specialization. I also did diploma in counseling because I was very interested towards that aspect of research and understanding and how progression happens with entire personalities. I did that with UK Council. Post that, amidst the recession, how the current situation is, where there are a lot of question marks on how the future would be, it was not the same kind, but also a very bad of its kind in 2009, where there was a huge economic recession, which we had not seen in our existence. And I was recruited by British Petroleum in 2009. I worked in British Petroleum in London for good one and a half year, and a lot of lessons learned by that I achieved that amidst the entire crisis because I paid a lot of attention towards my profile building, my skill sets, and actually being very much equipped with tools and other things to help the employer grow in their field. So that is why I started profile building and skill growth camp to help student and the entire student community to actually take charge and build their profile. We are also study abroad counselors as well. So today's agenda, as we keep it always crisp and clear, so I'm going to talk about automobile industry. I'm going to talk about the future trends which we have already heard of, but in more detail about electric cars, self-driven cars, what is going to be automobile industry with the future jobs and skill requirement, and at the end, how can you build your profile from now onwards to get a good job or to get a good university for masters in automobile or masters in mechanical or whatever you're deciding in for. So this is how what the agenda is power packed with. My entire purpose of this entire series and today's topic is also to let you know about the future trends and skills. We will not get into the entire technicality of automobile industry because that's not what the purpose is. The purpose is to basically understand where the industry is moving, what new jobs are going to come across, and what is the requirement for you to build upon. So starting with, of course, the Indian automobile market. India's promising future, and India is way ahead in auto industry. I hope we all know that India is one of the major exporter for automobile industry. Typically, automobile industry is divided into various categories, but few popular ones are like two-wheelers, passenger vehicles, commercial vehicles, three-wheelers, and blah, and the other ones. But these are the four main categories, and you would be surprised to know that we as Indians stand very strong in automobile industry. So as the rankings and the few of the updates which I have for you, we are among the largest three-wheeler market in the world. We are second largest two-wheeler market. We are 10th largest passenger car market. We are 4th largest tractor market. We are 5th largest commercial vehicle market, and we are 5th largest bus and truck segment. So that means we have a huge market, and that means we are good at also the areas of production. So as you see the blue picture, 30% of small cars sold globally have been manufactured in India. Wow. Now that was something which really made me feel proud, because 30% is huge. That makes us the number one manufacturers of automobile and auto products. So that is why we are really, really doing well. 44 billion is the value of India's automobile market. It is huge. It is one of the biggest industry in India. 2.6% auto components production increase in last financial year. So not only we make full-fledged cars in various segments, as we just spoke about two-wheeler, three-wheelers and XYZ, we are also very, very strong enough in producing auto products for different kinds of needs and products and companies. So hence, this brings me to a conclusion here, that all the engineering students who are pursuing bachelors in mechanical or any other, who want to switch into this area or who want to specialize into automobile, you will be really, really doing it right. But you need to do a lot more other things and equip yourself with different skill sets, because we have this industry changing and the changes are just around the corner. And hence I want to apprise you with what kind of changes are coming, what are the future trends that are going to come in this industry. So very soon in my few of the next slides. So of course, as an automobile engineering, you would be looking forward in future to work as an automobile engineer. So what does an automotive engineer do? Automotive engineers are concerned with development of passenger cars, trucks, buses, motorcycles, or off-road vehicles. They do one or more of the following. They design new products. We always see, right? There are new variants of cars coming in every month. We see there are so many variants which come in. So there's a huge R&D department behind it. So product development is a very big department in an automobile industry. The automotive engineer modify existing ones. They troubleshoot and solve engineering problems. Of course, once the product is launched, there are varied other things. There is maintenance of those cars. There are actually repairing, maintenance. There are centers for repairing which needs to be set. There have to be people, technicians who need to be trained. So a lot of job is there behind an automobile industry and an automobile engineer. So if you are very excited about this area, if you're really passionate about cars, if you're really passionate about helping this industry or working in this industry, you are at right place. So now, as we have defined our interest, what are the current areas of specialization? So currently we might have these things already in our textbooks or in our curriculum. However, I would not deny that they are quite outdated, because all of these things have progressed to another level. But somewhere something is already existing in your curriculum, like engine systems, fluid mechanics, rapid prototyping, alternative fuels, electronics and control systems, fuel technology and emissions, computer-based systems and electronics, emission control, aerodynamics, thermodynamics, vehicle and pedestrian safety, or supply chain management. These are varied areas which an engineer in automobile engineering or mechanical engineer needs to study. These are traditional areas. This we have to know. This we have to explore. But I'm going to come next with what are the future trends, because with these listed, we also need to learn the new skill sets required. And why? I will give you a very strong reason that how an automobile engineering is going to be a different kind of it in just few years. So the picture is very, very near to me because they are set of students who actually made a product, a experiment, a car for their festival in the college. So I'm sure a lot of engineering students have competitions to build a Ferrari or cars and stuff, which I myself had seen during my engineering days. So it is a mix of all kind of engineers which did that. It was from IT, software, because it was automated car. It was electronic students who worked on the control systems, sensors, embedded systems, and together this was the product. So if you are someone in the college, there are right amount of opportunities which are there for you, but I think you're paying a blind eye to it because you think it is not for you. It is for everybody. We just miss the boat and we just land up till the end of our degree with just a degree in hand and no practical implementation. But if you start doing things, you will learn how things are difficult, challenging, and how the fundamentals get cleared. So these are the traditional areas. Now let's look at the future trends. Electric vehicle market, electric cars, Tesla. We all know about it. We have all heard a buzzword of this to be in our industry. So electric vehicle market is going to be expected to be around 800 billion by 2027. 7 years from now. Guys, I hope we all realize what is 800 billion. 800 billion is very huge. Now, why do you think it is going to be so huge? Because it is just not an addition to the automobile industry. It is a replacement. It is going to be a revolution. It is going to be a change which is going to be in few stages, but it is going to be there in next 10 years. And with the current situation that we are into, things are going to be done faster because we realize that more and more damage we do to our environment, it is going to cost and we will have to suffer. So electric vehicle market is one of the huge introduction in our ecosystem, which is going to help environment not be damaged at the rate that we are doing right now. So with the figures and facts, 800 billion, that means new jobs, new skill sets, new products in the market, and new requirement in the market. Are you ready to take this challenge and equip yourself with the new skills? That is where you require to build your profile and knowledge. Now coming to further more technical and little more details, there are three different kinds of electric cars. So what is an electric car, by the way? An electric car is just a car propelled by one or more electric motors using energy stored in rechargeable batteries instead of burning petrol or diesel internally and exhausting fumes. So basically it is going to be more on batteries, it is going to be more on solar and other kind of energies, renewable energies. So that's why this is the beauty. So there are three types into it. They are going to come in different stages. The first one is battery electric vehicles, known commonly as BEV. The second type is hybrid electric vehicles, known as HEV. The third one is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, known as PHEV, EV. So these are the different kind of battery cars which are going to come. So the first kind is going to be a plug-in electric vehicle. They exclusively use battery power, which needs to be recharged by connecting to the electricity grid. They do not emit pollutants and are ideal for short urban journeys. Okay, already in market. So developed countries like US, UK, Europe have already started having these. Why? Because they have also laid down infrastructure in their cities, because as you see, they need battery operating systems everywhere in the city, and you would be surprised that they are already there. I myself, when I was in US a few months back, I have seen that there have been so many people who have opted for electric cars, because even malls, even a lot of petrol systems and everywhere, these infrastructure is available already. The second kind is hybrid. So powered by both gas a diesel or an electricity. The car alternates between the two to maximize efficiency. The battery is only recharged by the conventional engine and by the energy generated when decelerating and braking. So this is more advanced version wherein it uses gas and electricity both together to make it running. So this is an hybrid version. The plug-in is basically mix, and it is a version of HEV only, the hybrid one only. Versatile hybrid in which the electric battery can be recharged both by the electricity grid and by the combustion of engine. So basically it uses both the things. So if you don't have the system of charging the battery, you can go on engine. So that is also safer and it can be used for longer distance of journeys as well. BMW, Mitsubishi, Outlander, Volvo have already made products in the market and they exist already. So what I'm talking to you is not what is going to be a far-fetched dream. They're not in making. They're already being made. Of course, the rolling out is going to happen in different genres and years. So by 2027, it is said that all these kinds of cars are going to be in the market. And yes, guys, they're just not going to be in developed market. They're also going to be in India. You would be surprised to know that by 2021, Hyundai is going to come with Kona, Mahindra is going to come with E-Verito, Porsche is going to come with Taycan, Tata is going to come with Tiger EV. So there is already which are in pipelines. Tesla is also coming to India by 2021. So many products. So I see already there has been a shift in mindset of people, and at least we will see these cars in a lot many urban setups. But we have layouts to be rolled out. We have the infrastructure to be laid out. So this is also the future jobs which are going to come in the market. So these are the different kind of electric cars. Let me also give much more clarity on how traditional cars are going to be not the way to in future as compared to electric cars. This grid will give you a very clear idea. So the conventional cars uses petrol or diesel or gas. The consumption is full on gas and electricity. So this is the source of energy. The emission is huge. We all know it. Pollution is a major trouble. All cities, all places in India, we are suffering a lot due to it. Now coming to hybrid. So as I spoke and explained, hybrid is going to use the battery and fuel both, because it will be safer that in case if battery recharging is not possible, there is fuel which can help and come to rescue, and which the infrastructure is already there as we have petrol pumps everywhere. So it works on both. Here the emissions are lesser but still there. Plug-in hybrid is going to be the plug-in hybrid is going to be both the hybrid was only petrol, which will help to charge the battery also. The plug-in hybrid is going to be battery charged either or the petrol. Here the battery, the machine is going to operate more on the batteries rather than the fuel. So here the emissions is going to be much lesser than the hybrid version. So we are going to emissions which are going to get lesser and lesser. And the entire all electric car, which is basically going to work on renewable energy and only on battery power, there is going to be, guys, no emission. Can you beat this? Don't you realize how important it is? I felt this is what we need completely. We need this. So what will happen is it is going to come with proper planning. Like certain city travel will happen with electric versions, whereas the transport which is going to happen from city to city or long distances, that will have hybrid or plug-in hybrid. So this is all going to come in existence in with proper planning, and that is why India is gearing up for the next evolution in automobile industry. The benefits of electric cars, I think we all know, and the picture which shows with a green car and a green leaves emerging with out of it, that touched my heart. So the four important benefits are that it is going to have low operating cost and maintenance, no fuel charges, great benefit to the environment, and dependence on oil, which is basically foreign imported by us, it is going to become all less. So the advantages of electric cars are huge, and there is no reason that we will not support it, or there is no reason that it will not come into existence. It is just about time that we shift our paradigm to the new concept, the new era, so that we can save our environment and we all can coexist together. So this was about electric cars advantages. Of course, it has certain disadvantages at this point of time. The distances that they can actually cover, or it would be safe enough, is going to be shorter distances. So as I said, still the longer distance would be on fuel. The battery pack replacement is going to be an infrastructure which we all need to set up. So new skills, new businesses, new opportunities are just around the corner. And right now, as the advantage, the cars of which offers electrical cars and benefits, they are expensive in the market because they have not been produced in mass. They have now just been rolling out, and that happens, right? Because initially what were the car prices, and now how the car prices reduces. So this will happen with time, that the car prices will reduce as well. Now coming to the second future trend in automobile, self-driven car, autonomous vehicles. Now this is something which is out of the world, and I feel this also looks like something that we are driving a toy car or some remote control car. But just imagine you actually being in that car, sitting behind and reading a book, or being on a call and there is no one around, and it's just the car which is driving you from A to B. This sounds scary to me first, but eventually when things go right, and eventually when things are already coming in the market, I feel this is going to be the next important virtue of automobile industry. So a self-driving car, also known as autonomous vehicle, connected and autonomous vehicle CAV, driverless car, robo car or robotic car, whatever you call, is a vehicle that is capable of sensing its environment and moving safely with little or no human input. Wow, this is amazing and amazing. The self-driving cars combine a variety of sensors to perceive their surroundings, such as radar, lidar, sonar, GPS, odometry, and inertial measurements units. So they have a lot of systems. So guys, this car is going to be a brilliant concept wherein you have to have interest, learnings and understanding about lot of other things: the software part, the electronic part, the hardware part, the mechanical part, the mechatronics part. So all these are the future trends in automobile industry. Very soon, in next 10 years, we might not see as many cars which are fuel driven, because this is a need of the hour and we are shifting very fast. As I mentioned about the electric car market, the market for autonomous vehicle is also very huge. It is almost $600 billion by 2026. $600 billion is very huge. That means that there has already been a huge forecast on this system. So a Business Insider Intelligence reports that roughly 10 million cars with automated navigation technology will be on the road in 2022. McKinsey has predicted that roughly 15% of automobiles sold in 2030 would be fully autonomous. So we would not jump into it directly, but it is going to be there in phases, and by 2030 there is going to be almost 15 to 20% cars which are going to be autonomous. So electric cars is going to be much more faster and will be very soon in the market. Autonomous vehicle markets, because of a lot of other reasons like safety reasons, or the factor wherein it can be used for wrong reasons and stuff, and XYZ, it will still still take little more time to be very rampant in the market, but it will be there. It will also be there for a lot of things like, in military defense. It would be there for government jobs. It might take a lot for every common man to use such cars, but before that, the government, the system is going to bring in these machines for a lot of their jobs, and it is going to be very soon. So the 5 stages of automation. So as I said, it will not go directly driverless. It will go in different stages. The first is driver only. Driver handles all functions, steerings, brakes, lane monitoring, etc. What we do currently. Assisted driving, vehicles handle some functions such as emergency braking. We all have smart cars now, right? There has been assisted driving already. Now, the third stage, partially automated. Vehicles handles at least 2 functions such as cruise control and lane centering. This is also which we see in very upgraded cars like Mitsubishi, BMW, Mercedes, even high versions of Hyundais and everything. So this is also what has already come in existence. Highly automated. Vehicle handles all functions, but driver is required to able to take control. Still not a very rampant thing, but still there. And the fifth stage is fully automated. Vehicle handles all functions automatically, no driver needed. So everything which is we are talking about is happening in stages, and we have already seen them, we have already heard about them. But have you noticed that with these stages and with these things, you need to change? Your textbook might not change, but you have to change. You have to take charges. If you still go about the first stage and you're there with the basic fluid dynamics, thermodynamics, or the engines and stuff, it is going to be an outdated version. You are going to be an outdated person in the rampant and a very, very dynamic market. So if you want to achieve yourself to be a best automotive engineer, get yourself good certifications, good learnings, do projects, do internships, and learn the most out of it yourself. So the key benefits of self-driving, of course, why it would come in the market, because 54% they're safe. As the machine is doing it, they're more intelligent and there are more lesser chances of human errors. So this is why it is going to be 54% more safer. Reduce cost, easier parking, because now the parking is going to be done by intelligent machines. More free time, because of course you can read newspaper. There is driverless car, and hence there are very much good benefits of self-driving cars in this case. So these were the 2 very important trends in the market. Now let me tell you about how automobile industry is going to face challenges, because they have seen what the changes are going to come, but currently, at least in India, we do not have the right skills. So the 4 things which are very, very important, which automobile industry is predicting, is this. First is reskilling of current employees. 80% of them think this. So the workforce of automobile industry is very, very huge. Of course, with technology, a lot of jobs which are mundane and repetitive are going to get minus. Painting, welding, shifting things from one to another, they all would be taken up by robotics. Already a lot of shop floors, body shops are seeing this in progress even in India. So the current jobs are not going to get cut down, but there is going to be a new version of jobs, and hence you need to be prepared for it. The second is collaboration with other industries for creating larger and better ecosystems. So as I said, as the cars are going to be smarter, the cars are going to take a lot of your jobs and lot of your works and functions. You need to learn a lot more. You need to understand control systems, IoT, Internet of Things. You need to understand varied other aspects, because a car cannot come into existence now. A manufacturer need to understand varied other industries also. So collaboration with an electronic company to make the system, the wireless technology and all these. This is how collaboration is required in automobile industry. The third is changes in existing process. Of course, with new cars, new trends, the current traditional conventional setup is going to change. Fourth, employee mobility and job rotation. So now what a current employee does is one kind of job, it is not going to happen that way. He needs to know a lot of other things in the industry, and that is how he would be able to rotate in different areas and genres. So the new skills are going to be these three: Internet of Things, big data, and robotics and automation. I have spoken enough of these in all my previous webinars. Individually, I have done big data, data science, I've done robotics, I've done Internet of Things with embedded system. So I have given a lot of skill sets, a lot of ideas of these things. So if you are new and you have not attended the previous webinars, please go through my other topics. You would know what and how to start with these things as your career path. But for just a brief outline, Internet of Things is nothing but all your electronic devices having sensors which will be able to be equipped with 5G technology, which is again which I've spoken in telecommunication. They are all going to be connecting with each other. So machine to machine communication is possible now with Internet of Things. Big data, all these machines, all these transactions which these machines do is going to be a transaction and data. All this data is going to be dumped in cloud, and with this data and with this analytics that we will play around with data science and business analytics with languages like R, Tableau, Python, and varied others which I spoke in my previous webinars, we are going to get good results. So if we want a driverless cars, of course there has to be data that the car can take a right decision when such situation come. So this is only possible because this car is now intelligent with a lot of data, a lot of scenarios, algorithms which help the car to function at its best. And the third one is robotics and automation. So as I mentioned earlier, that a lot of plant shop or the body shop areas are shifting from having workforces to robotics. So cobots is what is already in the industry, wherein they help. There are intelligent cobots as well, where a normal job like welding, painting can be replaced by them. So yes, this is a scare. This is also one of the very important reason why automobile industry is worried that the workforce will be required in a new way. The workforce needs to be reskilled. So there are not going to be reduction of jobs, it is going to be upskilling of your jobs. So if you are going to join as an automotive engineer, if you just know the traditional areas which I spoke in my third slide, it is not enough. You need to know these three things. So start your certification, start your exploration, do projects, do internships, write papers, read about them, follow international magazines, and build your knowledge. So this is what my advice would be. So the new jobs in automobile is going to be these. So if you are ready, please see it very carefully. So the first one is automobile analytic engineer. So this is going to be an engineer who applies AI, artificial intelligence, and predictive analytics to optimize in-house inventories from supply chain data. Big data forecasting for improvised sale forecast. Predictive modeling to identify KPI for the efficiency improvements. So there is going to be need for analytics in automobile engineering, and this is all possible because you would have knowledge about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and lot of other programming languages. The second one is 3D printing technicians. So as I mentioned in the start, a lot of time in manufacturing of automobile cars goes behind making the model of new car or inventing a new product. So the ability to use the appropriate methods and techniques to print different component, ability to check the 3D manufactured components so as to ensure required specification. So 3D printing is going to be very huge, and which will help in predictive modeling and make it more faster. Years and years go behind making one car model. 3D is going to bring this as a very fast thing. Machine learning based vehicle cyber security expert. With cars being more intelligent, there is going to be more security threats, like someone hacking into your system and changing your destination and taking you somewhere else. Doesn't that sound scary? So that is why machine learning is going to be there, cyber security is going to be applied, and ethical hacking is also going to be a very good job role in automobile industry. So utilization of machine learning to develop driving patterns in line with human driving behavior, use deep learning and reinforcement learning for developing advanced automobile security systems, guard against new threats without any human interface. So this is what is going to be the third job avenue in this new futuristic automobile industry. Sustainability integration expert, ensure compliance with environmental, health and safety legislations, develop customized sustainable automobile manufacturing solutions. We have got and we have learned immense that how much we need to save on environmental side. So we are now moving forward for everything to be more environmental friendly, and hence we require more sustainable designers, we need more sustainable knowledge and expert for these areas. So these are the new job roles. If you are interested in automobile industry, you cannot miss these skills, you cannot miss these job roles, and they're highly paid. You can also go to study for all these courses at GitHub, Udemy, Code Academy, Coursera, wherever. But the best also option is to study abroad. So universities abroad give you a very good opportunity to do masters in automobile, masters in automotive and other areas with a lot of specializations in IoT, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Of course, with bachelors right now what you're doing, you need to experiment in varied ways with projects, internships, certifications, and hence we come into picture. So each semester matters. Just that you decide that after bachelor I see what to do, you are missing the boat, you are going to compromise your career. Time are very difficult, it's very very dynamic, and things are changing very rampant. The companies are already in pressure, they need to make their model successful and profitable. This can only happen if they hire the right person. So to hire the right person, you need to be skillful, and hence profile building is very important. Every semester matters. So that's why Education Street has come up with profile building mentoring, so that we can guide you each day, each month, each semester of yours to build your profile, which will be a killing aspect when you go for a job or you go for a university abroad, and we can also get scholarships for you. So what is PBM? It is an intensive and customized mentoring program designed to provide you with skills and advantages for your two goals, which could be either of them, could be a good job or a university admission after your bachelor's. So either you rise up now or you risk it all. We can all be lousy because we can all look for entertaining ourselves right now and whiling our time, but we will only realize the importance of it when we actually see that we missed opportunities because we did not do anything to grab those. So hence I hope I can awaken you and I can offer you PBM, because we do a lot of things into it. We expose you to the right skills, we set a roadmap of time. So the next 3 months we plan so that you don't lose focus. We pick the right learnings because there are so many things, you can't go about doing everything. So we need to choose the right skills according to your goals and aspiration. So we really want to be your mentor, we want to be the helping hand, and we want to guide you to learn the right skills, choosing the right course and certificate, because there are a lot of things available in the market. Industry trends, internship guides, so we help you that you can go and take real-time experience. We will connect you with entrepreneurs in those areas so that you can also learn what it takes to start your own things. And at the end, with all these things and efforts that you've put, you are going to be a shining star with a very strong resume. Who is this for? It is for all kind of students from any kind of engineering, any kind of discipline, but who want to stand tall and who want to see far. So if you want to do it, we are there, and we would achieve the following outcomes for you. You would be filled with power pack skills which you really want to do and you will be passionate about. You may learn some, you may not like some, but that is what we want to do for you, because if you explore, you would know what is your true ikigai and your true passion. education. So after your bachelor's, you would answer yourself what you want to do and where you want to take your career. You will be job relevant. You would have admissions and scholarships from university if you're looking for that, because you have a very strong profile. And at the end, which is the most important outcome, is high on confidence. So once you have the right character and confidence, achieving the right job and university is something going to be very easy. All this power pack skills and all these power packed learnings from PBM is being offered to you at a very lucrative price. So our normal prices is 10,000, but currently we are running a offer and it is going to be for all webinar attendees at 7,000. So maybe you are in second year or third year or fourth year. It all depends, but early the best you start and we can work and help you out for. So there are 3 steps towards PBM. The first stage is that you register with us and we start an 1-hour session online to discuss your current profile. We will come out with what we want. We will have the right questions to you and you will answer to us and we would know more about you, that what you do, what you want, and we would be an expert in doing so. After which we would lay down a roadmap for next 3 months and we would list the skills, certification, internships, from where to do, what to do, and help you to capitalize your profile. This is a loop. So this is going to happen every 2 months, 3 months, and we would be keep building this. So this process will continue until your final year of bachelor's with power packed resume. 3 general questions which student ask me: that lot of courses and certification available online, what will you do extra in this? Exactly my point. Just Google about finding about IoT, or just Google about looking out for electric cars or whatever. You would see there are 10 specialization, 10 universities offering it. But how will I be able to choose the right one for you? So certainly an expert is required, and we have got you covered. We have done our research and we really know what is going to be the stepping stone towards achieving your goal. This price is for entire duration. Education Street will not charge you anything about this. The payments for courses and training selected for you, of course, would be separate. PBM is going to be delivered by technology. So video chat is going to be our first resource. Emails and phones are going to be which we will be exchanging every now and then to help and support and guide you further. As I mentioned in the start as well, along with PBM, we also offer studying abroad counseling as a service. So counseling, coaching, visa for varied countries like UK, US, Australia, Germany, Europe, wherever you're looking forward to go and study further in future, we have you covered and we are really, really expert into this. I started Education Street in 2010 and till 2020 it has been a strong 10 years, wherein I have supported, guided and mentored thousands and thousands of students. So we surely have the expertise and you would be rest assured that you reach your goal. So thank you guys for attending today's webinar. I would love your feedback and questions in the chat room. And as an appreciation from our side, we are going to send you a certificate of participation for this topic, and hope so that was going to help you out. Please do tag us with this certificate at Education Street on Insta or FB, and we will surely send you a hard copy as a token of appreciation. And this is my email ID, ankita@educationstreet.in. Please like us and be connected with us for our future events, upcoming internships and knowledge and everything. At Education Street is our link. The link has already been shared in our group already with my team members, so please do like us. If you're from Mumbai, we have 3 offices in Mumbai: Mulund, Vashi and Vileparle. So of course we would love to see you physically as well once the office is open. So thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for your positive support by attending it. And now I'm open for the session and questions. Also please give me your feedback about whether your time and your this thing was useful or not. So Pradeep is asking which is more trend in nowadays, ma'am. So of course, electric cars is going to be the latest and the immediate requirement. And with electric cars, of course, you need to have skills which I mentioned in the webinar already. So if you are